And it looks like we are starting. We see that Jelkin starts in Link's house, Goomba starts up in Sanctuary, and the others start in Link's house as well. And we see heart containers all around.
A lot of love.
And looking at the map sections in there, it looked like there was 5-6 crystals over in the eastern. There was a normal crystal in the desert, and it looked like there was a pendant in Hera. Oh, very nice bomb drop there from the enemy from Goomba. And we find our first fetch quest item by Uncle. What was he doing with that?
I'd rather not know.
We are gonna get the lumberjack sector from Goomba, and today it's a piece of heart.
Well, there goes that, so far anyway.
Yeah, at least that part of Aga 1 is not needed. And there was a green pendant up in Hera.
Looked like just a bunch of bombs on library.
And it looks like Rambler and Relkin is gonna immediately run up and give up the mushroom. We have to see if they choose to do a save and quit depending on what we get from it. And we find a bow in the bar.
Odd place for that, but okay.
I mean, the bartender is gonna have some type of way to defend himself.
I suppose, true.
We don't know how lively it gets in that town.
True, but I think hiring bouncers would be better.
Have you seen the guard? Did they run after children? But yeah, it was a red boomerang from the mushroom, so we are gonna see the saving quits. Not the saving quits, but the hard resets from both Relkin and NY Rambler. So we are down in Kakriko Well and in Blind Sat, and so far we don't see anything really except for the lamp in the last chest in Blind Sat.
Well, I thought he was blind. He doesn't have the lamp on him.
I guess that is true.
Bad joke, I know.
No, keep on coming. I like them. All hail the master of puns, Blind himself. Another nice bomb drop from Relking this time, so he's gonna have nearly too much bombs at the end of his Kakriko run. Yeah, otherwise, except for the bow and the lamp, there isn't really anything in Kakriko today.
Yep. Kakariko being a bit stingy today.
I mean, they get what they need to be able to clear out Eastern if they want to use a bow for it all, but yeah, still, it still feels pretty dry. I wanted to see at least something that tells us where the progression is going to. And the tier 1 tree pull today was only some hearts, so nothing needed there either. And that was a pretty nice bomb drop there for NY Rambler, so you could go in and farm for some more bomb. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where our runners head off to next for their progression. They can either go to south shore or to eastern? Would you rush eastern when you have the bow and the lamp? Or are you gonna continue going the standard, which is usually south shore? Looks like Sim is gonna go up to eastern.
Probably worth a dip at least if you get the bow and the lamp.
Okay, so there was a shield on Lake Hyla Island. Okay, Shasala, what are you hiding for us today? Ooh, we have a hammer and a sword. Shasala being some kind of weaponsmith today.
Yeah, really.
And Synak is gonna be our first runner into Eastern. So there's a total of 3 items we can obtain here. Preferably, we don't want to have to go through the dark rooms. Let's see if Eastern is a golden mode today. And we find our first bottle. And some blue goo in it as well.
So that'd be what, blueberry jam?
I guess. And that sounds really lovely as well. I mean, I wouldn't mind having any of that right now.
Yeah. Just try to make people hungry, I guess, with my comments every now and then.
It seems like everyone I commentate with is trying to make me hungry. Ooh, looks like Yelkin is gonna be the only one who decides to head down into South Shore, while the others are gonna go the eastern place. So we learned that that the firelock side of Meyer is unneeded today. You see Yelking doing mini Moldorm, while the others are starting to go into the dark section of Eastern. A piece of heart, a big 20, 50 rupees, 10 arrows, and another big 20. So right now, South Sword is also pretty dry. And that makes you feel like there's gonna have to be something here in Eastern or in the castle. And we are seeing that Goomba is slowly catching up to Synak. Do you see what was in Ice Rod? Because I missed.
I think it was just a heart piece. Wasn't anything big.
All right. So, guys, if you blink in the next room, you might miss the boss fight. So how you want to do is that you want to shoot 3 arrows on, or 2 arrows on the one at the bottom, and that way set up a quick kill. Or set it up as we saw Goomba up there, because you can do that to skip the enrage phase, and we get a hook shot from Almost Knight, and nearly simultaneous crystals for both Goomba and Zinak. As of this moment, Hookshot does not unlock anything. However, if you do find either the glove or the flute, we have a lot up on Death Mountain.
True, there's still Bottle Kid to check.
Yeah, that too. And it looks like that is what Zinak might be doing at the moment. Oh, he hadn't done the merchant either. Okay, then it makes more sense doing this now. Otherwise, I would have wondered, would you really want to run that distance just for one check this early in the game? Well, he gets at least he gets at least a little bit of money back from the merchant.
Gave you his allowance.
Okay, I guess he's a kid, so he wouldn't have that much money on him, but that still seems like just a little. Yeah, we are gonna get the castle play from Goomba. Gonna be interested to see if there are anything over here. But yeah, using that hook shot to just go straight through the block. This game is definitely well coded.
Could be worse, could be a Bethesda game.
Ooh, that felt cold. So Goomba did get the key here, so he could just run through the hole back to the back of escape and do those 3 sets. He's setting up a death warp. So we're probably gonna see him just run into the red guard, the green guard on the left side. And there we got a glove!
Ooh.
I don't think we have seen the map yet in the castle. Only one item away from the Dark World access in the Moon Pearls at this moment. Well, there is a map, so there's something in the dark rooms. Thankfully, we have the lamp so we can see what it is today. Ooh, a nice tier 2 triple from Zynak, giving him a total of 80 rupees. And another big 20 down in sewers as well. And a nice quick kill from Yelkin as well. So, time to head up the mountain then. So with our current equipment, we could make our way all the way up to Hera and do those two there. We could pick up the green pendant. But if we would choose to, there is also Paradox Cave, Spiral Cave. Inside of Spectacle Rock, we can check what's up on top of Spectacle Rock, and we can deliver his own man. So there's a lot of stuff we can do up here.
Now, okay, first you take the sick kid's money, and then you take an old man's money.
We are just a bunch of dirty thieves today, apparently.
Yeah.
Just a triple bomb up on Spectacle Rock, or some people like to call it Blueberry. Oh, that's a nice money
Well,
deposit here. Okay, so Mimic Cave is not required today. And a very nice bomb jump. That is one of the harder bomb jumps in the game, believe it or not. Because the gap is actually too far. The reason why you're able to make it over there is because you're kind of clipping into the wall, so you get a little bit of extra distance. Oh, we are gonna see Zynak running through the dark rooms to get to the back of his cape. And Goomba having a very good game sense to run off and buy some bombs before heading into a Paradox Cave, because he might have run out of bombs doing that.
ooh, fire rod.
That's very, very nice. Well, let's just say he didn't need to go buy the bombs. There was a lot of blueberries in there.
Jeez.
Well, that's 50 rupees never gonna get back.
I don't think I've ever seen that many bombs clustered together before.
Me neither. That looked like the piece of heart to me. Okay, so we're gonna get to Hera. Look, actually, Hera is probably the one palace where I wouldn't mind it being a pendant, because it is very quick And you would generally then go up here just for the 2 hints. Whoa, thank you, game.
Like the first place we look is there usually.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Goomba. Just use the hammer. They die from one shot using that. Why do you have to knock them way down the hole? And there we have a small key, so last item could technically be down in the basement. Let's hope that is not the case. Okay, so it's either a map or an item we will get from Moldom today.
I think we already saw the map. What's on the floor?
Oh, okay. Then that means we have 2 items left, which means we have to go into the basement. But we are gonna get hammer stats on Moldom here. So only 3 hits to the tail. We have 1, we have 2, and we have 3. Bada bing, bada boom. Moldom is dead. And there's the moon pearl.
Interesting spot sport.
That is almost vanilla.
Yeah, close.
Yeah, in Mengen, that would be the next place where we get an item. Yes, people are calling it that French vanilla. I wonder how that term came up.
Just not quite vanilla is all I can think.
I do like this though, that we get to see the basement still. Ooh, Goomba get knocked out of his coffee break there.
Now you have to fend for your life.
With the amount of health he has, I don't think he needs he might. Yeah, okay. I think he would take less damage there, but yeah, they are quite painful. At least it's a good way to set up a death warp. And yes, the piece of art. So, Spine Cave, then we're off to either Hype Cave or Willis of Outcast. Or even Skullwoods if Goomba would want to use Fight the Sword against Moth.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Or maybe he uses the hammer.
Yeah. That still sounds like a nightmare, but maybe less of one.
Yeah, Moth doesn't actually have that much health. The reason why it feels like that is because you knock him into the spikes and he takes no damage then.
Yeah. It just always feels like a lot longer because of the conveyor belts.
Yeah. Just by looking at someone playing the Randomizer and Moth lands in other locations, the fight ends so quick. But we are gonna see Hype Cave perhaps, or we're gonna see some South Shore because Goomba not done that yet. Yeah, we're gonna get some South Shore 6.
So we must wait a tiny bit longer. That is a good point. I think, yeah, the room is probably the boss.
It certainly feels like it.
Oh no, Roken falling through both holes.
Ooh. I'm interested to see how many of our runners decides to not do Hera. Oh, I actually quite like this route that Goomba is taking, so he's gonna go to the Agina after doing the dam. We see these routes from time to time when it is South Shore. Oh, and there we also had our second ball. Yeah, nice fight from Synak. And now he has Dark World access as well. Okay, Goomba is gonna go up to the Dark World then, and don't head over to Agina yet. Probably a good move. So yeah, let's see how hype the cave is today. Okay, I quite like that crystal alignment.
Yep.
Skullwoods and Sea of Town being dependents, and the second 5/6 crystal on Turtle Rock. Almost simultaneous pendants for Relkin and NY Rambler. And it looks like Synak did decide to head to the basement, and Relkin is following him. However, NI Rambler is not doing that, so that is a big time save for him.
Master Sword and Babby's first shield in Hype Cave.
Alright, that's quite nice.
That's a decently hype cave, I suppose.
Yeah,
Could be better, could be worse.
I do like this play here from Goomba. Often when we see people head into the Dark World, and he's not doing what I thought he was gonna do. I thought he would head into Pod because he has all of the stuff to be in it, and it is a crystal. It will not take that long. But he's gonna head up
Probably just
to
Pyramid.
Yeah, we have to see if he decides to route in Catfish after that. But I would almost want to save that until we have Flipper and Mirror in this case. And a nice 300 rupees on the pyramid that we will not see again. Okay, he's gonna go down to Pod. It seems like Rambler is just gonna leave South for now. And we did actually see the single arrow from in the Hype Cave as well. This has become even more hype.
So I'm not gonna go straight for Pod, it looks like.
He is gonna drop by the ferry first to heal up, which is definitely needed. Or he could use a gamble and be on 1 health and just do a death warp in addition to the Goomba is enough to obtain that key from the chest.
Yeah.
But that is a bit of a gamble right now because you can take a lot of damage from just passing over the bridge up there. But by that point, we were already past it. But still. Okay, I kind of like when we see this type of key layout for pod where you can just go up, get the first small key up there, and then run over to this wall, get these two stacks here, go into the Borlock section, and then head to the back of pod. It's just such a nice logic to it.
Yeah, as little backtracking as possible. Especially considering no mirror.
Yeah, absolutely, and we find our shovel. So 2 first quest items so far. Oh, we learned that Quake is locked behind Pyramid Fairy today. That could technically be required because Meyer here is a crystal today. Is that gonna be the fun of our side on this scene today that we have to do Pyramid Fairy?
Quite possibly.
Yeah, that I would consider that being our go mode item today if that is the case.
Oh, definitely. Nope, falling off there.
It would be that or mirror, and that it's never fun having mirror as a go mode item.
Alright, so we had Titan's Myths. So, yep. I was expecting a bomb, yep, for some reason.
Yeah, that bomb is actually quite hard to do, so I'm not blaming him.
Yeah, I just any time I see people coming in here anymore, I just expect it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's Mirror.
Okay then. Ruining my dreams.
Just throwing on them on the ground and stomping on them in the dirt.
But I must say, it is definitely a nice location to have the mirror because you can just mirror out after you have done the big key chest.
It's like the dungeon just like knew that and placed the keys perfectly for it too.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's one item and a compass left, if I have counted correctly. Yep, the compass is the last one. So with what they have, would you rather go into Skull Woods and clear that out, or go to Safe Town and clear that one out?
It's kind of a tough one. I'd probably say Thieves Town first. Yeah, thinking about it, yeah. I'd say Thieves Town first, because like the checks are a bit quicker at the start.
Yeah, absolutely. You could technically find what you need from that dungeon in those first 4 chests. Okay, so we see a Hilmasaur fight from Goomba. And a good fight from him. He's gonna get his second crystal. And we see him switch to the mirror. So he's gonna go and turn in the green pendant after this, which is quite a nice one because then he never had to go back here at any point. I feel like the game is like teasing Goomba so much for buying those 10 bombs early. Oh, it looked like he's gonna continue with the route we saw he start on earlier before heading over to Buzz. He's gonna go and check Stumpy, K45, and then end up at Digging Game. He might then collect a Smith and just do that chain directly, because he can... No, he can't really... He can't fake powder yet, but if you find that one on this route, that would be very profitable. But the mirror was very nicely placed, so maybe powder is very nicely placed as well. And yeah, he did also have the shovel, so he could also do that. And we see game over for Synak.
Oh no.
Ooh, the red came from the shovel spot.
Well, now he can do the fake powder.
Me and my big mouth.
It's like the seed is listening and it's changing as you talk.
Okay, I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna say next because I don't want to curse our runners that much.
I mean, if it's a bad thing for the runners, technically, go ahead. I mean, we enjoy seeing them suffer, right?
I would then say Ice Rod on pedestal.
Oh yes, that's the only thing I've ever wanted.
So if Goomba would choose to do the fake powder, then we're gonna have to assume he's gonna enter Thief Town. Mainly because his magic is gonna be all out and will be not as good of a choice to head up into Skullwoods in that case.
And taking the blacksmith for a little tour while he does.
I never actually taken in on this route before. I usually go the other way. But that still kind of feel like it would not be the fastest route to do that.
Relkin's going into Stallwoods.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. But I find a key in that, so that's very nice. And we are gonna see Goomba do fake powder.
Just some Aerosmiths today.
Ooh, there is the big key as well for Relkin. So I saw a lot of people talking about fake powder in the set, and how that one works is that you use the red cane and then immediately pause and switch over to the mushroom. Because you do that quick, it will still use the item that Link is holding, and because the mushroom occupies the same spot as the powder, the game thinks you're using powder. So, yeah, congratulations, you get cursed by whatever the bat gives you today. And today was nothing really.
Yep, just a little extra health. So is that really a curse?
Well, would we translate that more hearts means that you will live longer?
Yeah.
Because then we can say it's a curse that he will see all of his relatives die before him.
I suppose. Yep,
But
peppers.
that's really nice find, at least. And yeah, we also have the fact that you do drain mana for just a piece of heart. That is also kind of
True.
But yeah, that makes Swamp Palace now being clearable and beatable. Ooh, we find the blue mail and the powder up on in Super Bunny Cave. So yeah, we didn't need to do the fake powder today. Did you saw what was needed for Turtle Rock? Because I missed.
Yeah, Bombos.
Alright then. Why does every one of them have to be at a different location? This makes it just so irritating to watch and see what
It
happened.
was so easy about a minute ago.
Ooh, half magic as well in Hookshot Cave.
Never turn that down.
And another 300. This one is slowly turning to some sort of monopoly seed.
Yeah.
Which usually happens when I am here for some reason.
Elkin just going straight for Mothula. Yeah, with that little magic, it's hard for Mothula without being able to use the fire rod to kind of take it down quicker. I think Relkin still has his blue potion.
Well, only a hot container from Gary's lunchbox today.
Well, drat.
Yeah, we don't need more hearts. This is too much. Take them away.
Yeah, really. We wanted it to be as difficult as possible.
I know this is normal, but come on, we want some challenge. But yeah, good fight there from Yelkin.
Second time's a charm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Goomba going into swamp.
Yep, and NY Rambler is down and gonna deliver the maiden now. First, he's gonna do the big cest. Okay, quite interesting weapon that Relkin did to get back to Will of Outcast quicker.
That poor lawn for the digging game, though.
Yeah. You only get a piece of heart from it.
And down goes blind. Another fiver.
Well, as you're looking right now, he wants to do pedestal. Let's see if he decides to head up to Skull Woods after this.
Will they be the hero of the stream, blind pedpole?
That would certainly be an interesting gamble. Let's see, Relking has pathed his way up to Graveyard Ledge. And he has received a little bit of love for it.
Just a tiny bit.
Yeah, we don't want to give him too much. But yeah, NY Rambler found a flute somewhere, so right to 017 set, boys. And that is why you never leave after just doing the first 4 sets in Thief Town.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was just upstairs in TT, so it was so close to where the others could have picked it up. That's gonna leave NI Rambler with a bit of a gamble because it's gonna take a bit of a time before the other runners decide to head back there. Yeah, that's true. The others have not been here yet, so we have to see what gamble they do. But there are quite a lot of people who does just do the first 4 sets and then leaves. So we're gonna get the Meyer check here. Come on, be Quake, be Quake. I did not see because the quality for me was not the best.
I didn't see it either.
Was it Bombos?
Bombos.
Aww. That's not fun. Pyramid Fair just want some love. Come on, game. Well, Velkin is gonna head further into Chiefstown, so he's also gonna pick up his really game. You're gonna put Bombos there. But just, yeah. Are we just gonna accept this game giving away free stuff?
There better be something on pedestal.
Yeah, absolutely.
You owe us, Seed.
Well, NY Rambler is gonna head into desert because he has not done digging game yet with the dig spot, so I guess that's kind of fair. But yeah, there was actually a hint in Chiefstown about desert having a unique item. Ooh, there is a small key there on the tours. Really, game? Really? Seed, I'm disappointed in you.
Apparently Goomba found Ice Rod in Swamp, so...
Yeah, you just put everything in very easable, obtainable places. Yeah, absolutely. Rip the dream.
You know what? No, it could be silvers on Master Sword, couldn't it? Make them, if they don't pull the pedestal, make it harder on them.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually realized something. NY Rambler is only one item away from Go mode at this point. And we know what that red cane and ice rod is. So two items away from Go mode. A unique item in the dark. Which one was that? Was that the mirror? Yeah, it must have been.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to think, I was like, it wasn't the dark room in Escape.
Yeah, I was gonna have that thought. But yeah, beautiful fight from NY Rambler and Jelkin.
Well, Relkin could go and do pedestal if he wanted.
Yeah. Although with that flute here, I'm not gonna imagine that he would do that now. Yeah, we're gonna get our first Egina now as well. Well, it's always good to get hints about Ganna's tower, isn't it? That was a very quick setup for the bomb jump there for Goomba. Ooh, we're gonna get Kim's tomb. That kind of sounds like my alarm in the morning. This is probably why I don't say it too often.
I wouldn't blame you.
Thank you, game. It's not like Goomba already done that. And just so you guys know it, when I say thank you, game, it's not that I'm sarcastic. I'm actually thanking them for telling our runners stuff they already done. We have a very nice yes or no for hint in chat that is to say that the Jokins to say the Gannon Tower big key is in GT.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I want to see that Jokins now. Ooh, we might actually see a ped from NY Rambler. It will be if it does this after. Yeah, time for Argus for Sinak. We have flippers for Yelkin. We're gonna see Ice Tea Room from Goomba. Which just gives him a piece of heart. That was a very nice magic drop for NY Rambler as well. So time for codes there for Goomba. While Sinak is gonna be our first runner who does the Sora 6. Or he just takes towards Lake Highline, and that is also a very big possibility. And a nice hammer hit to finish off Morph. At the same time, Goomba finish off Codes there as well. And Jelking is soon gonna pick up his boots. It's time for Goomba to do Ice Rod. Then I would imagine he gonna head up to Hobo, and then he might head up to Waterfall Cave and do the Sora stuff up there. And we're gonna get our blind pull from NY Rambler. Get your hypes in set, boy. Today we receive a piece of heart. Mwah,
master piece of
mwah,
heart.
mwah, mwah.
All right. Well, silvers better be somewhere obscure.
Let's put some tile room then.
Yeah, and like make again our key be like 21 for the check.
Yeah. Let's hope then that some of our runners is gonna do that big heads up play and do tile room as a gamble. Or maybe put them in Spike Cave. Any of those two works.
Yeah.
That's a nice fairy in a bottle that Goomba find. Yes, Flute was in TT up in Sunshine Room. This is basically what I have decided to start calling that room.
I mean, it makes sense.
Velkin's gonna pick up his bombos and he's probably gonna head into Mystery Mire next. Oh, there's Ether from King Sora.
I mean, I never turn that down. It can be helpful.
Yeah, you can freeze some enemies with it. Why not take it?
Goomba does not have bombos, so he cannot enter it.
Yeah.
Most likely just go in there to get everything opened up and then check what's needed.
We've been listening to see if he would decide to head into Spike Cave. I think he has the blue potion left.
Well, that's true, yeah.
And he has a lot of health as well, so it wouldn't be too bad of an idea.
Oh, and that's right, then they haven't been in Hookshot Cave yet either.
Nope.
So they get their half magic.
Unfortunately, he does not have the blue cane or the magic cape to be able to use that magic for Spy Cave, but that's just what we want. Okay, Yelking is making a good play into Missouri Meyer. And he's not gonna do Spy Cave to our amusement. Well, Goomba is gonna get his the very nice red boomerangs. Oh, this was actually a God Meyer. It looks like NY Rambler is on the right track. Ooh, that ice was so close to him.
Fire rod, fire rod, fire rod.
Well, it's just a big fire rod and explosions party down in Coal City. So we know that one of the items was on the firelock side, and there was just some bomb. So we see Yelkin is trying to find that second item.
Yeah, otherwise it's gonna be nice for whoever
Oh
goes
my
in
god,
there with everything else.
we get the best item in the game.
I mean, that's probably worth it. Who knows?
Yeah, you get so much defenses from it. Why wouldn't you want it? You can do Aga 1 in inverted. You can get some fairies for your bottles. You know, so you can do it like in Shrek and use them as night lamps.
Yeah, a few of our other runners, though, going into Mire with that big key placement won't have to explore much, having gotten just about everything they need. Unless they're looking for silvers, like hoping for silvers in there.
Yeah. So, looking at everyone's trackers, we see that NY Rambler is 1 item away from go mode. Sunak is 2 items away. Goomba is 2 items away, and Relkin is 1 item away. Who do you think is going to be the first one of our racers going to go mode today with these current stuff they have? Oh, sorry, Goomba is 3 items. Now he's 2.
Hard to say at the moment. Just depends, I guess, where Goomba goes next.
Looks like NY Rambler is gonna head into Swamp, so he's gonna be our runner who is gonna get into go mode first today. But yeah, Jelking is gonna be our first runner who gets Mystery Myers. That was a really good writing for me there. So according to me, Relkin owns Mystery Maya now. I bet you can throw some great parties in there.
I don't know, the entrance is a bit of a hazard.
No, nothing a bit of plywood can fix.
I'd still probably avoid the place, to be honest.
Yeah, Goomba has headed into desert, so he's gonna be on the right way to go into go mode as well. I only need one item now, and that is that bombos in Maya's shed. Not in Maya's shed, in shuffleboard.
Kind of depends on if he gets bombos before Rambler gets Ice Rod.
Yeah, but well, and our Rambler is not that far off right now. And Goomba has done more items than him as well. No, Goomba is gonna finish off Desert first, so it is gonna be NY Rambler who goes into go mode first then. NY Rambler is actually getting a little bit low on health. That's actually very true. Ice Rod wasn't on the left side, so we have to see if NY Rambler decides to do that after. And we're gonna get a catfish check here from Sinak in one more after he's done the witches.
I mean, I would hope Rambler would go check left side with, especially with one item left to go.
Yeah, absolutely. That's not a location you want to leave behind. And Jelkin is also gonna head into Swamp now. So he could technically still get this if he decides to go directly left. Or yeah, Goomba can also be the first one. Yeah, we are gonna get catfish from Sinak. I like this.
And yeah, it looks like Goomba's gonna be first then.
Yep. Maybe he thinks he's quick.
Especially now.
Oh. Yeah, especially now. And that's unfortunate. 100 rupees from Catfish and bombos for Goomba, meaning that at 1:15:07, Goomba is our first racer to go into Go Mode! Need a little bit of extra water for that. Oh, sorry guys. Yeah, Gumba also only have two palaces left, so he's very has a very good time right now.
Well, let's hope they didn't forget it, and they're just saving it for after the boss.
Ooh, and we see Jelkin is gonna head to left side first, so he's gonna be the second racer to go into go mode. Let me ask you a question. If there's one item you have found the most at this vanilla location, which one is that for you?
I mean, besides heart pieces?
Besides heart pieces, take unique items only.
Trying to remember. It's been a while since I've done a seed. I think the closest has been bow. Has been in Eastern a few times, more than other items. It hasn't been like vanilla, but like French vanilla.
All right. You want to know which one mine have been?
Sure.
Titans.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's terrible. It have had to be 4 times.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, Jelkin is now in go mode as well. Uh-oh. And now why Ramble is leaving
no.
Ice World behind.
Oh no.
Well, he's gone.
Uh,
That's unfortunate. Unlucky. Okay, only Turtle Rock left for Goomba then.
I mean, it may be a pain, but left side usually never. I've never had to pay off to leave left side, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
No. The seed has been too kind. Silvers and swords should be somewhere obscure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they will have to work to be able to have a nice fight against Ganon. But yeah, as someone is saying that right now Sword is very likely to be in GT. Because we have seen everything when it comes to the palaces so far.
To be honest, this is one time I would want an early Ganon's Tower key so that there's a risk of them not searching for silvers in a sword.
Yeah, absolutely. And someone is wishing for a sword in the validation test, and we have actually seen that before.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I think it was not the last year, but the year before that on the fall tournament. That was where to find the Master Sword.
That's a pretty bad seed if it's Master Sword you find in there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think also was the same tournament as to find the Master Sword in the GT Big Cest.
Oh, jeez.
But there's usually one thing I have started doing when I'm doing this commentary, and that is doing a little bit of trivia about the game. And today's trivia is that I'm gonna get up my little bit of the game. The original title for Link to Past was Legend of Zelda: The Triforce of the Gods, but it was deemed that we should not maybe name that for the English edition of the game because of religion conspiracy.
Yeah, makes sense. That was kind of they were kind of more careful back then.
Yep. But yeah, that was today's trivia, guys. Hope you enjoy it. But yeah, as Goomba is getting through the rock here, let's give a shout out to our trackers today, which is Link Force and Face Seek. They have done an amazing job so far, being able to keep up with all the shenanigans that our racers have done today. Interesting that Yelkin decides to do Turtle Rock before heading into Ice Palace.
Or maybe they're just opening it up.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Just wanted
Yeah,
to open
what
the garage door before going in.
Yeah, what is he looking for actually?
Oh, I guess they didn't do Hookshot Cave yet. Maybe hoping for silvers is all I can think of.
That or the better sword, because you don't want to do Master Sword again. And
Well, C's been too kind.
yeah, it has been too kind for. We have to take a talk. We have to have a talk with it after this.
Yeah.
As someone said, it's a good thing that Goomba has half magic because he's nearly out. He wouldn't have enough for this portion here. Okay, now Relkin is heading into ice. Same time of. He was in go mode. He should have headed over to ice first before heading up and opening garage of Turtle Rock.
Yeah. Oh. Skipping the bridge. Goomba.
Yeah, it was really good key locations in Turtle Rock today. But that means that he could have missed a sword or silvers, because that is quite a lot of sets that he has skipped over so far.
I've seen way too many swords on that bridge.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're gonna see hammer stats on Trinex as well. Not gonna blame him at all, it makes the fight a lot easier.
Especially with a Master Sword. As tedious as it is.
Yep.
There we go. Very nice.
Yeah, guys, time for a little bit of game that we like to play here on Zelda Link to Past Randomizer. Where is that big key? Guess any number between 1 and 22, and if you guess right, you get a shout out. or any other cool I'm not good at English, but any other imaginary goal that reward that we could give out.
Well, Trinex gives a sword, so
We're really gonna have to take this outside later with the seed.
Silver's better have been on that bridge.
Yeah, absolutely. So, which number do you think, Rain?
Well, since there's already a sword, I guess I'll go for my usual 22.
Oh God.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the seed's gonna have to be bad in some way, but I'm not gonna go that far. Mainly because I don't think it's gonna be there. I think it's gonna be number 18.
Well, I usually go for towel room since that's what people leave for last. So 22 it is.
Okay then. Number 1 was a small key. And it looks like Goomba might do the Dark Magician strat here. Number 2 was a compass. Number 3 was our 4th bottle. And then we was on rupees in number 4 and 5. And it's gonna be a Dark Magician strat for Goomba. Number 6 is a small key. Number 7 is some arrows.
My least favorite room in the game.
It has one of the coolest swag bomb jumps in the game though.
True.
Number 10 is some blueberries. Number 11 is a big 20. Number 12 is the map. And number 13 is 10 arrows. And it looks like Goomba is gonna head back to the left side.
Actually, yeah, that was 8 through 11.
Oh, sorry.
I thought I miscounted for a second. I wasn't sure who was right.
I'm gonna blind the Swedish law of when we turn back time.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you got a you got a good reason there.
Then number 12, I didn't actually see what it was, but yeah, number 12 isn't decent either. Number 13 is a small key. And yes, Innek has also received Go mode. Number 14 is a big 20. Number 15 is a piece of heart. Number 16 is the red mail. And number 17 is some blueberries. Next off is Bob's Zest, which will be number 18, which I'm definitely hoping for it being there right now. You're gonna have to feel bad for NY Ramber. He's put himself in this position, I know, but you're gonna still have to feel bad about him.
Yeah. Kind of one of those lessons.
Number 18 is a big 20, so I'm gone. So there's a 75% chance that the big key is here. How are you feeling?
I'm kind of hoping for it. I know it's just usually just to be mean, but I'm kind of actually hoping for it.
Yeah. Number 19 is a hard container. Number 20 is some arrows, and
Oh,
number
so
21. Number 21 is our big kid.
so close.
Yeah. And the first one who guessed right was Rock Blender. If it would have been the league, he would have made it onto the leaderboard for what I see on his. That would have been nice.
Well, maybe silvers are in tile room then.
Yeah, let's hope for that. And let's hope some of our runners decides to do the big gamble about it. And looking in the race at, so far we have had 9 forfeits. 3 forfeits, not 9. I don't know why I got 9 on my mind all of a sudden.
Just blame the time change.
There's actually a little bit of an interesting thing about that, because currently in Sweden is going on with the vote. There's going to be a vote about not having to change the time at all ever again.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just makes people tired.
And confused for a few days.
Yep. I mean, just looking at around the room, I have one big wall clock which currently says one time, and then I have my computer clock which says another time.
That's where the confusion comes in. Because people just
Yep.
always forget the manual changing back.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to later also change my clock in the car. Yeah, just irritating. And that is really old car as well. So it's not just pressing some buttons on some kind of keypad. No, you have to really work for it.
Yeah, you can't make it easy.
Nope. Well, in some countries they have decided to change that, but we're a little bit slow in Sweden.
Oh, here we go. We'll see what's on the bridge here. On Ralkin's screen.
The map. Oh, there it is.
There's silvers, okay. So
Okay.
at least we'll see one without silvers, for sure.
Yeah. And we get the validation check as well.
Validation couch cash.
I would consider that one being almost vanilla.
True.
It's just 30 rupees difference. So time for your geometry wizard. Which I in the beginning called geometry teacher because it teaches you about angles and geometry. But a very nice triple to start out the fight.
Ooh.
And there we go. Only the big pig left. Oh, and why Rambler had decided to gamble that Ice Rod is in Turtle Rock.
Poor guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Goomba is already in phase 2. Time for phase 3. Setting up the Torch Glitch.
Yeah, Rambler just decided to leave left side alone.
Torch Glitch setup. And now we see the spins. A nice spin there from Goomba. That is a very small time frame to get that.
Yeah, at least you don't have to switch between Fire Rod and oh.
Yeah.
One upside, I suppose.
Oh, we're gonna see a right side directly from Yelkin. He's not gonna do Dark Magician strat. And there we have it. The pig is defeated. Goomba only need to cross a bridge now that is appearing in front of him. Let's hope he's not trying to do that too fast. Put your GGs in chat, guys.
And GG.
And Goomba is gonna come in at... Let's see here when his names come up. His name has not appeared yet. There we go. Goomba comes with an official time of 1:39.09. That earns him a 3rd place. Our other 2 runners that have finished is Saboteur with 1:34.21 and Killer App with 1:37.32. 1:34, that's a really, really good time.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing really I can see that would have made the Goomba go faster would be if he didn't just do the first 4 in Seaftown and went further directly.
Yeah. The flute slowed him down a little bit, but obviously not enough.
Yeah, absolutely not. And we are joined by Goomba. GG.
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 So we
Town.
Yeah.
Every time. Every time. It's always Thieves Town.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be worse. You could have left left side of Swamp alone.
Oh. I mean, yeah, I could have, but I checked it specifically because I left Thieves Town behind.
So you kind of traded off there.
Yeah. Although, with 2 items on left side Swamp and absolutely nothing of note in the back, I probably would have gone back in after the boss anyway.
Yeah.
The hints were not the best today.
Yeah.
I mean, the unique item in Desert Palace hint in Thieves Town was alright, except I was going there immediately when I got my flute anyway, so I didn't really care.
Yeah, we were complaining a bit that we thought the seed was a bit too easy.
Also, special shoutouts to the hint telling me Pyramid Fairy has Quake, so I know Turtle Rock can't be Quake, and I have Ether, and then both dungeons are Bombos.
Yeah.
Like, please, game. Please.
Yep.
We were kind of hoping for Quake.
And we did learn what silver was.
Laser Bridge, I assume.
Yeah.
Third zest.
Yeah. I don't really care. It's whatever. It probably would have taken just as long to check Laser Bridge as it would have to, as it would have saved on Ganon, so meh.
Yeah, you had really, really good fight and got in some very nice triple spins on him before between the phases.
Yeah, that Ganon fight went pretty smoothly.
So, one thing that happened that was a little bit interesting. It was kinda in the beginning between you and Sinak for the Dark World access. After that, it kind of became between you and NY Rambler, but that stopped. That was mainly because you and the flute, and he went in further there, so he kind of catch up a bit too. But then he left side swamp.
Yeah, I knew someone was gonna leave that ice rod behind.
Yep.
Yeah, he's still looking for it.
Yikes. I mean, yeah, if
Poor
you
fellow.
leave left side swamp behind, you're not coming back. You're just not coming back. It's going to be your last one.
Yeah, and he even has like pedestals. So right now he's just doing a lot of one-off locations.
I mean, I was gonna pull pedestal if Thieves Town was empty, but then Thieves Town wasn't empty.
Yeah.
This, how would you rate this seed though? Because like we felt it was a little too nice.
I don't know, like, back offended Thieves and left side swamp, I don't know if I'd call that nice exactly.
I mean, everything else it seemed to just give you like.
I mean, yeah, aside from the flute and ice rod, the seed was very straightforward, but... Eh.
I don't know. As
Yeah.
commentators,
Yeah.
we always want the
Worse,
worst.
I
So
Yeah, it can kind of give you bombos at the shuffleboard cave, and it had the boots in desert. It felt a bit too nice.
Yeah. And I mean, the medallion troll was just... that was beautiful.
yeah.
I felt so good when I got that Aether. I was like, oh man, now I can clear Turtle Rock, the flute's gonna be in there, and I can get my Quake for Mire. And then I'm probably in go mode, might need boots, and then... no, none of that.
Yeah. Okay, MY Rambler is now headed back to swamp. Thank God.
Oh, thank God. Poor fellow. It's been what, 30 minutes almost? I think he's been searching.
He's probably just out of stuff at this point, right?
Probably.
Yeah, he have already cleared out the rock. I think the only thing he hasn't done was the tablets, but we have not found a book yet, and the probably
Books
spike
probably
cave.
need tile room.
Yeah, probably. we discussed long that would be where the silvers were, because we wanted to have some kind of curveball somewhere.
Yeah. I don't know, the silver stopped being a curveball as soon as Trinex dropped that tempered sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was not looking forward to that 5-minute Ganon fight, but thankfully that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Ice Rod in Left Side Swamp it's probably the most insulting place to leave it behind, because like you're at that point you're going into Turtle Rock without it. You're clearing Turtle Rock up to Laser Bridge. You're leaving a mirror portal. You're checking all the non-mirror spots really awkwardly to leave that portal there, and then you just have to go back into Swamp and lose the portal anyway.
Yep.
Yep. So I am big smiling right now. Because Sinak is doing tile room. And that is his third cest in total. And it's the book!
The book.
I mean, I think I did not leave much behind outside GT, and I full cleared GT basically. So
Yeah.
like I left tile room and the first 3 chests upstairs, and that's it.
Yeah. No invincibility items though. They were probably, as someone just pointed out, probably on the tablets.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the credits. I didn't see what was on pedestal, but might have been something there. I don't know.
It
That was
just
a piece of art.
All right. Well, so much for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what Rambler pulled that one.
If only it had been the ice rod though, that would have been even meaner.
Oh god.
Yeah. I was really like when I entered the Dark World and I saw the pennant layout and looked at my options, I was like, okay, so unless pod is stacked, I guess I'm just pulling pedestal. And then pod was pretty stacked. It's mirror and shovel, which dug up the cane. Like, what more could you ask for?
And we kind of saw that Envy Rambler just dropped 2 bombs on the first cest of left side swamp.
I can't possibly imagine why.
Yeah, that seems a bit excessive.
I don't know, you could have done 3.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could have cast bombos, I guess.
Yeah, bombos could have dropped 4 even.
And we did also actually laugh at one thing that happened to you, Goomba. And that was that you were heading into Paradox Cave and you used your last bomb to buy 10 bombs, but then immediately got 9 bombs from upstairs Paradox.
That one gave me a good chuckle. Like, I knew it was gonna happen too, but I was like, I'm not just gonna run out of bombs here, because then I can't bomb jump back across, and it's just like, just buy some bombs.
Good choice.
I mean, it was a good choice in theory. The seat just didn't agree.
It's like, you want bombs? Here's your bombs.
Basically, right? But yeah, that was pretty funny, not gonna lie. That was really funny.
And then whenever you get bombed, we said that the seed was kind of teasing you for what you did earlier.
Yeah.
And
I
the
was
double too. Sorry, continue.
I was just like really low on bombs the entire seed for the entire early game. Like I had like 2 or 3 bombs for the first 20 minutes.
Yeah. But Rail King finishes off Ganon with a nice double. He is gonna come in with a time of 1:49.07, and then that earns in a 20 place in this race. So GG to him.
Whoa. 20th?
That's a big
What
jump.
happened?
Yeah, what happened?
I looked away from IRC. What happened? Where all these finishes come from?
I was expecting like 6th or something.
I mean, I guess there's usually like this big Florio finishes where everyone's kind of full cleared the game and they just start piling in, and I guess we hit that point.
Yeah, I guess.
Take a look at the finishes next week.
And somehow none of them are ties. What is this? I would imagine with so many finishes in some quick time that it would be at least one tie.
It's a bunch of snipes.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a 1-second snipe. That's kind of like a tie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always wonder with some of those if it comes down to just how fast they press .done.
Yeah.
So it could have been a tie technically.
Yeah.
I suppose so.
That's why I'm using live split so that so I can make sure that I get the time that I got.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I see a lot of people having issues with live split where they like accidentally done and stuff because they accidentally paused their timer and all that jazz, and it really
yeah.
looks like a mess.
That's why you have the bottom at place on the keyboard where you would never press it otherwise.
I mean, yeah, I have my timer pause button on my numpad, which I literally never use for anything. So
I have mine on F6.
yeah, that's not a button you use very often.
You have all of my stuff with the live split up there. Just have no one big row up there.
Yeah, I just have all my hotkeys on my numpad because I never use it for anything.
And we are joined by Yelking. GG to you.
GG.
Thanks, GG.
What do you think about the seed?
I was kind of okay that 2 pen dungeons were required, but still mad that I had to dip through at least 2 of them.
Yeah, I can see that.
True.
Also, I was just recently I'd been really doing terribly on Master Sword Trinex. Decided to go through the safety door, and I still beat him first try. So what the heck?
Yep.
I mean, you know, if you hadn't done that, you would have gotten wrecked. So.
Yeah, I walked in with a fairy and a blue goo, so I didn't really care what happened.
Oh yeah, another thing. I was really hoping that Tile Room was not the big key, because I had just tracked a race, like right before this, that had a big key to Tile Room. I was like, that's about to be like, not again.
Well, that was my guess was going to be Tile Room, but it turned out it was just the book.
For me, generally, the deeper I go into GT without finding the big key, the more I hope it's Tile Room so I don't get memed by some weird-ass GT route.
Nah.
Yeah.
And I say this as someone who does some weird-ass GT routes.
Hey, Dark Medicine isn't that weird.
I mean, no, but I've done some stuff. Let's just say that.
Okay then.
I have done some things in the past that I would rather not talk about.
Okay, I can buy that.
Like that one time where I last locationed my GT Big Key in the Stalfos room through some excessive metagaming.
Jeez.
What?
It was interesting. It was quite strange.
That's absolutely interesting. That could be maybe second place for a lot of runners.
I mean, usually it's the first place I check.
Well, Sinek is doing really good on the Geometry Wizard. Are there any more thoughts about the seed, Yelkin?
Left side swamp. At least it didn't like bite me this time. I went straight there as soon as I usually just do swamp. How a lot of people do it, where if you find a dungeon item in the first couple chests, then I check left side, which it worked out. So I'm glad.
That's kind of a good rule, I guess.
For me, it just depends on how much stuff I'm missing. The more stuff I'm missing, the more likely I am to just do left side swamp immediately. And in this case, I was missing quite a bit of stuff, so I just did left side swamp first. But again, with 2 items on the left side and nothing in the back, I would likely have just gone right back in after Argus.
Well, we did see NY Rambler leaving left side behind.
Yeah, I think it's a respectable play. But in this case, I think I would have still checked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, too many times it can bite you in the butt. Especially since it's such a pain in the butt to get back to. It's like, if you're there, you might as well get it done.
Especially when it's the ice rod, because then you're going into Turtle Rock and you're leaving a mirror portal, and then you have to get rid of your mirror portal to go back into swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, like other than that, like it just seemed like some of these items were way too conveniently placed.
Yeah, the flute and the ice rod were really the only things that could catch anyone off guard in the seat, I think.
Especially Bombos, like it was right there, just saying hi.
Yeah, I was really, really worried that Bombos would just be deeper in Thieves Town because I bailed the instant I got the float.
Oh god, that would have been so horrible. But we are gonna to do our job here. Yeah, we have Sinek has come in with 1:57.43, and that earns him a 30th spot place in the race.
Jeez.
Yeah, the flurries continue, I guess.
Yeah, people finishing left and right so quick in this last 15 to 20 minutes.
I mean, now it's definitely gotten to the point where every runner has full cleared the siege, so it's just coming down to execution at this point.
Yeah, and we are joined by Sinek. GG.
GG.
GG. So, first, can I give some context on the 7,000 series train thing?
Sure, go right ahead.
So, at AGDQ this year, that was in the DC area, the Washington DC area, and they have their DC Metro. And at every stop, the train would say, "This is a 7,000 series train." At every stop, and it became a soft meme. So I actually submitted a request to have that added as Triforce text, and that happened to be the one that showed up.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's actually pretty amazing.
Yeah, I was pretty happy about that one. That'll be the second one I think Rick has seen, because he was in this race too, and he showed me the first time it actually showed up during a race.
That's pretty neat.
Anyway, all right. Well, thank you.
So, how did you rate that seed?
It was quite. I actually liked it. I think it was a bit of fun. I wish I wouldn't have. Well, so it's like a hindsight thing, right? But like I was thinking back in my head, I should dip into Thieves Town, see if there's anything useful in there. And I was like, it's a pendant. Famous last words.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, how many people finished it and how many people bailed on it, though? Like, after getting the flute.
Well, I went into Thieves Town really late, so as soon as I got the flute, I just left.
Yeah, go ahead.
And at that point, you had already left at one point then.
Because at that point, I was missing bombos and maybe the boots, and I knew there was a unique item in Desert Palace, so I just said screw it and left.
I may have missed that hint about where was the boots hint? I'm not sure if I read it or not.
It was in Thieves Town.
Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot about that hint.
Yeah. Like, I got that hint and then got the flute like 10 seconds afterwards, and I was like, nah, we're out of here, screw this.
So, one thing I remembered is I orphaned the pyramid. And that could have bitten me. I'm not sure what was there, but...
It was 300 rupees, I checked that very early in my Dark World on my way to Pod.
All right. Oh, I think I was pretty happy about this. I didn't. Was I? Tell me at least I wasn't the last. I probably was last on stream, wasn't I?
Nope.
You weren't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, NY Rambler at one point could have given Goomba a really good run for his money, but then he decided to leave left side swamp behind.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah, just oops.
So I kind of have a rule that if you go into swamp and you're not in go mode, you finish swamp.
Yeah.
Like you unless you got hinted at those chests, you're opening them.
For me, it
I've-
very much depends on how much I'm missing and what I'm missing. At that point, I was still missing like 4 or 5 items, and when the ice rod is one of them, yeah, I'm checking left side.
Yeah. But I was a bit worried I'd have to I actually felt pretty good when I got those silvers. I'm not sure how many people bothered to check TR Bridge.
I
Laser
did
bridge?
not.
All right. Yeah, so the silvers were there. And I decided, well, I'm only a master sword right now. So, like, I should hunt for a sword or silvers because, silverless
Yeah,
master sword isn't fun.
I thought about checking laser bridge for a sword or silvers, but I decided it probably wasn't worth the time investment on average, so I didn't bother.
Yeah. Trinex had a sword, and then I felt super good.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to thank NY Rambler here. He just opened the chest before Moldom 2. That's what where Bottle was.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, I would have probably checked all those upstairs chests if Trinex didn't drop that sword. So I guess I would have found that one instead.
Yeah, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna duck out of here now. So, thanks for featuring me. Thank you to commentators, casters, viewers, etc., trackers, all that stuff. And yeah, GG's everyone.
GG. Take
GG.
care.
See you next time.
And we just saw NY Rambler just rolling over Aga too, so he only has the pig left.
I believe in you, Rambler.
Yeah, with how that they decided to leave Swamp behind, we're just gonna have to give him some love.
Yeah.
In hindsight, I kind of regret checking Tile Room first. But I had to for the memes. I already knew I've lost this thing.
Well done, because you were the only one who find book.
I guess, yeah.
The way it was looking, we thought that the key was gonna be there.
Yeah, for Goomba it was 21, so it was one point looking like it was gonna be Tile Room.
Yeah, well, Sinek and me are part of the spoiler tournament coming up, and well, I'm sure one of these days we're gonna see that big key listed next to Tile Room for one of these logs, and we're all gonna be like, ugh.
You actually have to do it.
At that point, I would be happy to have it been a spoiler seed.
I mean, yeah,
Because
that'd be where you want it.
But yeah, NY Rambler has now also finished. He comes in at 41st place with a time of 2:05:57. GG.
GG.
Oh yeah, GG to It's like everybody skip past it. It's a great text. It has backstory to it.
Yeah.
I think most people just mash through it, especially in Rambler's case, all that he went through. I mean, they're just like, mash, okay, let's get to the credits already.
Yeah, I want to start at the end of the credits. And we are joined by NY Rambler. How are you feeling, dude?
Horrible. But I still will always skip left side when that comes up. That's not going to change my strategy. It just happened not to work out this time.
Fair enough.
Fair.
I've just had it bite me in the butt too many times to skip it.
Thing is, because of my early game routing, I felt like it was spot on. The fact that where hammer and hookshot were, that led to Moon Pearl. I had the Moon Pearl by like 25 minutes. I think that was early for this seed. And by the time I got to Swamp, it was like 110. All I knew was Ice Rod for Go mode. And I was just like, all right, I'll just play like I usually do, which is open every chest along the way and skip the left side. And then full clear ice, get the one item in Mire, full clear Turtle Rock, up, it's not there. And do the rest of the overworld. I think the only things I had left to check were Catfish and Hera Basement. That's it.
Did you do Spike Cave?
I did not because it was not in logic.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's true. But we do see some people just not caring about that.
Yeah. Race I did earlier today had, I think it was either today or last night, I had Bo in Spike Cave with a really weird logic chain to get to the invincibility item. So it's like
Yeah,
the winner logic broke it with a 130. I finished second with a 150.
Whoa, nice.
But yeah, it is one of those seeds where it's just like, yep, Ice Rod was there, nothing I can do about it. I made the conscious decision to skip left side. I paid the penalty for it. And I pulled the pedestal as a meme for the record. I did not think anything was there. I was silently hoping flippers were there, but I did it just for the memes.
Well, that's good at least.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have your priorities, I guess.
Gotta give the stream something to cheer for.
Of course, I hope chat appreciated that. That's
Yeah,
a full
they
hour
did.
ago. It was a full hour ago. That was a long time ago. I mean,
Yeah.
when I got the early fire rod and it's like, oh, it's like, oh, Moon Pearl was in the green pendant. And the two pendants were open. And when I found Flute upstairs in Thieves, which I think was another thing that maybe would have given me a slight advantage if I didn't dumb on Ice Rod. I was just like, all right, well, I'll just do Skull because it's real quick, and I'll pull the pedestal because I'm on the restream, so the fans will like it. And if something happens to be there, it's really big because not a lot of people will think that, even though the early fire rod did tend to put me towards that direction.
Yeah, absolutely. If you would have checked the left side of Swamp, you could have potentially been running to beat Goomba.
Yeah, because I think I was done with Swamp at around the 110, 115 mark, and if I had gotten the Ice Rod first time through, I would have been able to go mode both Mire and Ice, which would have saved me at least 10 minutes, and I wouldn't have to go to Turtle Rock twice. I still might have died on Argus like a dummy, but you know.
I mean,
Yeah.
The rest of the seed though, like it just felt like it was a little too easy, like how Bombos was right next to Mire, so they had to throw in something to kind of make it difficult for people who gamble.
Yeah, absolutely. But guys, we are started to run out of time, so we are gonna keep it short here. Are there any last words from any of our run?
Watch the spoiler tournament.
You know that we're definitely gonna do that.
Yes, please watch that tournament.
It's gonna be hype. Spoiler alert.
I see what you did there.
Oh, that's gonna be used so much. That joke is gonna be used so much.
I'm not impressed with that joke.
No, it's gonna be the new chest after Boldorm 2.
Yeah, so coming up next here on Speed Gaming, we have Kirby's Dream Land between Slice Kivix and the Great Toddman. At 9 p.m. it's gonna be Donkey Kong Country 3. At 9 p.m. on Speed Gaming 2, it's gonna be Splatoon 2, the Octo Expansion Any Percent Tournament. Coming up at 10 p.m. we have the Zelda 1 Randomizer Weekly Race. It is apparently the April Fool's Day 1% Mayhem. Kind of like that name actually.
I do too.
And coming up was at 10 p.m. over at Speed Gaming 3, we have some more Super Metroid Prodigy Tournament. That one is going to be between Jeff G24X and Dark Caser 1123. Make sure you follow any of the Speed Gaming channels and any of the link to past Randomizer Twitch channels. Big shout out to our trackers today with Link Force and Phase 1 Seek. My name is Angel. That was Ray Roken, and we are signing out.